everybody, it's Christine. It's day 14 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, even though we're going to have 31 this month because there's 31 days. Today's sketch is by Allison Krogsgaard. I'm not going to lie, when I first saw this, I thought, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I have the things, blah, blah, blah. Because you've got like the, well, first off, there's a pattern paper on top of like, I want to say that might be, it could be a solid yellow. I don't really know. It's some kind of little, matted paper, right? And then you got these three kind of, I'm imagining, since it says Chasing the Sun as the title, maybe it's supposed to be suns or something like that. But anyway, there's three round elements. There's a round photo, there's little clouds, the suns, there's some words here, the title. So anyway, the whole thing is a little bit like, I'm going, okay, what do I have to work with this? Y'all, I had so much more than I thought. I'm so excited. So from a paper collection, I pulled out my June 2022. And I did that because, well, I did it because I'm trying to use up stuff on my stash over there. But I also have this, that collection came with the Hattie Swaps Sun Chaser. And I was like, okay, well, it's got sun stuff in it. And y'all, it has, You'll Find Me Chasing the Sun in here. And I was like, okay, we got the whole Chase the Sun. It doesn't look identical to her sketch, so I'll have to figure out how to make that work. But I kind of enjoyed that. And then she has, there's these things. I was looking to see. I might have to go back through here. There's some journaling things underneath here, which there was on the sketch, some little words underneath. So I may can use some of this, is what I'm thinking. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. So I think I'm going to be able to use that. There's, of course, a bunch of ephemera and things like this. I have not even looked at this stuff yet, really, because I got so excited about the other. Then the really cool part, well, first off, in the picture. So I printed two pictures because I wasn't sure, because my daughter's looking at the sun here, and I'm like, okay. But I think I'm going to go with this one because I really like... I don't need all this stuff here. She was modeling. You can see the photographer there, Alex Wolf Photography. But I kind of like this because it's right on her face and it's kind of close up. And I think I'm going to use this one. I'll use this one for a different layout because I do like it. And there's florals and stuff, so I can use little different papers. And then I have, there was also, I don't know if you remember, but there's like some circle elements. So I got this circle and I got this circle. And then I'm thinking for the part that was like the circle with the sun looking thingy, I may use this instead, because I think that looks kind of like a sun, and I'm going to put on this orange. So this will be like my background is what I'm thinking, this little guy here. And then I'm going to have that kind of mounted on this pink here, and I'll get that because that's a good piece of paper. But I'll have these little suns going across, and I have cloud dies, y'all. I couldn't believe, I was like, oh, I remember I had these cloud dies. So I had these little cloud dies. So I was excited. All right, so anyways, that is my plan. I'll probably put the cloud dies on like this paper or something. I haven't figured that 100% out, but I'm thinking so because I've already cut into it, and I don't want to hurt my feelings by cutting it again. So anyways, that is where I'm at. I'm going to get started. Like I said, I'm kind of excited because initially it kind of intimidated me, and I don't know why, but it did. And I don't feel so intimidated because I got all the things. So let me get started. I'm going to cut this stuff. I'll cut these out with the dies. It's going to take me a minute. So I'll come back on when I've got everything kind of, all the little pieces cut and all that kind of stuff. All right, talk soon. All right, gang, quick check-in. I have cut these little things out as my little round, what I'm going to make sun things. I've cut my picture out. I have gutted my little sheet here. And, oh, that's kind of pretty. I didn't notice that. Anyway, I've gutted it and I've matted this guy. I did put a little gray ink on the sides here because it looked a little wonky to me. It just looked a little strange. So, now I'm planning on doing, I laid out all my ephemera here so I can kind of see what I have because you can see there's a ton of it. My little clouds, can you see that? Okay, yeah, there's a little bit there. Clouds are here. There's little outlines and there's little insides. So I have some clouds. Like I don't know if you can see some of that, but you can. So now I'm going to just start kind of assembling, right? So I got to kind of come here and start working on this. And the other thing, what'd I do with it? Uh-oh, I've done placed it. Where'd I put it? Oh, here it is. I took out that sticker from the sticker book that says You'll Find Me Chasing the Sun. I put that on white cardstock and then I've trimmed it. So I'm going to have that on here. I'm thinking, somewhere in here. I got to figure that out just yet, but that's what my plan is. I think I'm going to ink these as well in the gray ink, just real quickly. So let me, I like this too. So I can have this, I can have some clouds and this here. So I'm kind of planning. Okay, let me come back on in just a second. Talk soon.
Well, y'all, I'm going to have to apologize just a little bit because I realize as I'm looking at this voiceover here that I'm kind of toward the bottom of the screen. So you can't see the bottom of the paper at this point, just that there's not really anything going on, so it's okay. But my apologies for being kind of off center here. I'm going ahead and gluing down these floral / sun die cut pieces here. And then I'm going to take my picture, which is, of course, the round thing, and I'm going to add foam to the back of it. I just felt like it needed to be a little lifted. She needed a little bit of special treatment there. So, again, I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to kind of put this down there, and then I'm going to kind of cut the circle out from the foam. I'm not sure if that's the most efficient, but I'm okay with it. You can't tell. And I'm going to have to cut away because then I start playing with my computer over there and fiddle-footing around, and I don't think I really do anything productive for a minute. So I cut away so you can kind of see. I'm taking this where it says, you'll find me chasing the sun, and I'm putting a little bit of foam strips behind it. Now, the thing about it is, I always get annoyed with myself when I do this. The foam that I put behind the picture is a little thicker than these foam strips, and it's not a big deal. It's not like when you look at the layout, you can tell that, but sometimes I put that down there and I think you're still a little off, but oh well, it is what it is. That's what I've done. Now I try to cut a circle with this circle punch of mine, and I can't get it to work. I don't know. I don't try very long. Or maybe I do get it to work finally. I was trying to stand. It's kind of hard to punch, and I don't know if I need to sharpen it or something. I'm not really sure. Do I get that to work? I guess I finally get it to work, or at least I try to. Yeah, I do get it to work. It just takes me a minute. And I'm off camera, of course, so my apologies again. I stick that circles up underneath there. That looks pretty good. And I'm going to start kind of building my little cloud sections here. And I was actually really pleased with how these little clouds turned out. I start off with the solid ones. I try that little outline, and I go, no, I don't like that right this second. I will end up using it, though. But for the moment, I'm just going to use these little full clouds to build out the ones on the sketch there. And I have that little sun too, and I think that looks kind of cute. Now I'm going to start building these other little cloud sections. And again, I'm kind of following the sketch. I guess I really am. Although I don't end up with suns and things like that she's got necessarily. But I do find, what am I looking for now, y'all? I don't even know. I'm getting so distracted. I'm putting stuff on here, and again, since I'm kind of low on the screen, I can't hardly see behind my little recording dialogue, so I'm going to sound like a goofball right now, trying to tell y'all what I'm doing, because I can't really see what I'm doing, and I'm not anywhere near my layout. My daughter has moved up to Kansas, or she's at least here. She says she's moved. I'm hoping it's temporary, because I don't like her being so far away, because, she's my baby. But anyway, we came up to visit her this weekend, so I'm doing this voiceover at her apartment, and I don't have the layout anywhere close to me, so I can't remember everything that I did. All right, so I do find my little, like I said, I got my little clouds going on. I decided to put a little rainbow in here, and I mess with that so much I have to cut away because I sit there and just move it around, and y'all don't need to see all that. So I've gone ahead and glued down my clouds now and the little rainbow. And I'm looking for the words that are going to go underneath her face here. There's some little journaling pieces on the sketch. And I start with that little gray piece, and I like that, but nothing else really works. So I'm going to actually end up pulling out my sticker book, which I don't know why I didn't do that in the beginning, because I think I even mentioned in the intro there was little word phrases in this little sticker book. So I'm going to go into the sticker book, and I find a few little phrases, and I don't even remember what they say, y'all. You'll have to read them. But anyway, I find a few little phrases. I think it's 3 phrases. And I put them underneath her, and I think that looks really pretty. I love this picture. It's a little bit, the colors that she's got on the makeups and stuff are a little bit more dramatic than I think she normally wears as just, herself, or even in many of her modeling pictures. I think the lipstick was a little bright, things like that. It was just a very dramatic picture. But I loved how that sunlight was just coming down on her face, and I thought that was really pretty. And I think her hair was in these strange little pigtail deals, too. I don't remember now, but I think it was some kind of, I don't know. Sometimes those little photo shoots, they would have like a different, a vision. The photographer would say, I want to have this or I want to have that. And so she'd end up with these interesting photographs. One time she had somebody, he was going to take the picture, and he had some kind of photo editing deal where he could turn it into a cartoon. So he actually had her put on, she had a purple wig, and they put on like cartoonish makeup. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a famous artist that does like cartoony looking stuff, and the photographer had that vision. So that was kind of some cool pictures I ended up with. And one of my favorites is when she was in New York, and they did this like black and white, and he had her have no makeup on. It was very like ethereal looking, and I love those photographs. So I kind of like the ones that I end up with, these kind of interesting, different, photographs. So as you can see, I'm kind of making my way around here with this ephemera, trying to build out these clusters. I had that bicycle, I had that camera. I don't think I end up with either one of those, if I'm honest. I think I decide, no, this doesn't make a bit of sense. So that's when I start deciding to pull down my little outline clouds. And I do like how the little outline clouds turn out. He had a little paper booger on him, I had to trim off. So I'm going to start gluing. I do have to pull out my little Nuvo glue pen. I don't use that very often because I don't typically have a ton of tiny little little skinny ephemeras or whatever's to glue down. I guess I could do it with sequins and things, but the little glue pen works well when you're trying to glue really skinny little pieces down. So I pull that out. I'm going to start gluing these little pieces, these little outline clouds down. Obviously, I pulled out a little heart. I'll also pull out some little word phrases in a minute to go on top of those little clouds. And I think that turned out really cute. I kind of wanted to put more ephemera, but I just couldn't figure out way to make it work. So I'm going to start just kind of, and I have to kind of tap these down because it's got a little bit of liquid glue, right? So it can move if you're not careful. And plus I get it on my fingers and then the thing sticks to my fingers. I feel like a kindergartner. All right, so I've got my little clouds glued down, and I'm just going to come along now, and I'm going to add my other little pieces. And y'all, I'm still way down off the bottom of the camera here. I'm so sorry about that. Thankfully, I'm working mostly in the middle. I think I must have bumped my phone. That's the only thing I could think, because I use my phone to record, and I must have bumped the little clip thing is the only thing I could think, because I wouldn't normally be this low on the film. Anyway, I'm going to go through here and just find my little word pieces. I'm going to put that on there. I really don't do any journaling. You know, I know that the sketch called for the journaling under the photograph, but since I put those words there, I really don't. And other than me telling about that picture being a pretty picture from a modeling shoot, I'm not sure that had a lot to say. So it's okay. I think it's great. That's all I'm really going to do to the layout, y'all. I don't think any mixed media or anything. That's a lie. That's a total lie. I come in here with these little dogs. I say stuff like that, and then I go, Christine, yes, you did. You can't ever just leave it alone. I brought in these little Kaiser Craft pearl things and stuck them around, and I don't think the sketch called for this really at all, but I thought it needed a little something, so I just kind of give a little shine with these things. I don't do anything after this, though, I will tell you. I'm pretty sure I don't. But I made this like a week ago. I'm not going to lie, y'all. I was so far ahead. I did this last time. I get really far ahead, and I'm doing really good, but I almost have to do so much to stay ahead, and now it's sitting here, it's the 9th, and this is the video for the 14th, so I'm not near as ahead as I was hoping for, and I have to travel today. There will be no scrapping today, most likely, and then the work week starts, so I'm going to be in trouble, I think, in about 5 days. Oh, gosh, y'all pray for me. I hope I get some more done. Anyway, I put my little Kaiser Craft pearls around here, and I think this turned out real pretty. I'm actually really pleased with this. I said in the beginning this was kind of an intimidating sketch for me, and I think it turned out real good, so I'm kind of pleased with myself, if I'm honest. Okay, that's all I do. Okay, that's all I do. So let me slow this down, let y'all see it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Y'all are doing so great. You're helping me out so much. I'm at over 800. I'm so excited. I can't even believe it. I'm trying to get to 1,000. And also check out the Instagram and the playlist, y'all. There's a ton of people playing, and there's some really, really beautiful layouts coming out of this challenge here. Anyway, we'll talk to you tomorrow. See you next time. Bye-bye.